Hi guys, I'm Anna, and today we're gonna talk about overpower damage in Diablo 4. Guys, in Diablo 4, on your items, you will see a lot of different stats, really weird stats, and one of them will be overpower damage. What this is, how it's working, how you're applying it, do you need to care about the overpower damage? All of this we're gonna be discussing in this video. Let's go. So, in Diablo 4, absolutely every skill on absolutely every character has a chance to trigger overpower damage. How high is this chance? Well, it's always 3%. Always 3%. Guys, you can't increase this chance, you can't do absolutely anything, it will be always 3%. And does this mean that randomly my skills will just do more damage? The percentage of overpower damage, more damage my skills will do? No, this is not working like this. Your overpower damage is scaling with your life and with your fortified life. So the percentage of usually overpower damage in your stats will look like you have plus 150%, plus 100, plus something percent of overpower damage, and it will be scaling with your life. So the base number is your life, your fortified life, and you are adding there this overpower damage. Overpower damage on the screen will look blue, it will have this blue color. Your regular crits will have orange color. Okay, so far so good. The next question, do you care about overpower damage? How it's affecting actually your gameplay, and do you need to put it on your items? Well guys, this is a little bit more complicated question, and it really depends on the character that you are playing, and of course on the build that you are playing. Let me show you something. On this wonderful website, and this is Diablo 4 build calculator, you can see all the skills and also all the aspects, all the legendary, super duper legendary powers of your character. And here what you can do, you can choose the character and you can put in the search bar overpower, and you will see absolutely everything that is somehow working with the overpower damage or on this particular character. What do we have here? Well guys, we do have here Barbarian, and we have here a couple of green places, couple of green dots. We can read here, we can see here that, for example, a basic skill Bash, one of the upgrades of the Bash is working with overpower. After critically striking 4 times with Bash using a two-handed weapon, your next core or weapon mastery skill will overpower. What does this mean? This means that you can build a character that will be benefiting more from overpower damage. You can build a Barbarian using Bash skills. You are 4 times critically striking with Bash and you are triggering overpower on your core skill. This is well an interesting buff. This is an interesting way of building a character. Also on Barbarian, here it is. After overpowering with Hammer of the Ancients, you deal 30% increased more damage for 2.5 seconds. Again, Hammer of the Ancients, we are overpowering. We can work with this. Something else, not too many things here, but your overpowers deal 15% increased damage when using a two-handed weapon. Nice and beautiful. But what's really interesting is a passive. It's the key passive. Because it looks like in Diablo 4 a lot will depend on your key passive. You will be kind of building your character around your passive, your key passive here. And here we have it. When causing an enemy to bleed, you have a chance equal to your critical strike chance to increase the bleed amount by 100% of your critical strike damage. Overpowering a bleeding enemy creates an explosion that inflicts 11% bleeding damage over 5 seconds. So overpower, in this case, working together with a bleeding mechanic, will cause an explosion. And well, it is changing your gameplay. So there can be a quite interesting Barbarian build which will be focused around the overpower. And in this case, if you're going for the Bleed Barbarian synergy with Overpower for this key passive, then you will be using the Overpower. You will care about the Overpower damage stat on your items here. We also have an aspect in the Codex of Power, also working somehow with Overpower. After swapping weapons 10 times, your next attack will overpower and deal 30-50% increased overpower damage. Here we have it clearly, also a nice touch, a nice addition to this Overpower Barbarian build. What about the other characters? Something sexy here? What do we have here? We have a Druid, and the Druid has also a couple of really interesting things. What do we have here? In the core skills, in the Druid core skills, if you're using Pulverize, your next Pulverize will overpower every 10 seconds while you remain healthy. Yeah, Overpower is working with life, with your fortified life. That's why it's only logical that it would also work with this you are staying, you're remaining healthy thing. Also, enemies are stunned for 2 seconds when you're overpowered with Pulverize. Here we go, Crown Control effect also for Overpower. In our skills, we have this is really interesting passive that you can use. When you remain in a werebear form for at least 25 seconds, your next skill will overpower. 25 seconds will be reduced because this is the base that you're getting if you're putting 1 point in this passive. If you will put 3 points, you will get it like around 15 seconds, I guess. Which means that if you remain in a werebear form, and you will all the time, you quite often remaining in the werebear form, you can stay there forever pretty much, your skills, you will constantly deal overpowered damage, which is, no, yeah, once again, Druid clearly will have an overpower build. What else? The Boulder, something with a Boulder. When Boulder reaches the end of its path, enemies hit are slowed by 30% for 3 seconds. If Boulder overpowered, enemies are stunned for 4 seconds instead. Again, ground control here. Something else, no key passives, no aspects I don't see, but I do see the spirit boons, Druid, this specialization that can also work with Overpower. Every 10th kill will cause your next Earth skill to overpower. With the Boulder, somehow, maybe we should check it and maybe we should go for it. Okay, what else? Necromancer is here. Can we do something with the Necromancer? Oh, I guess we can. Oh yeah, and Necromancer has quite something. Let's go check. Core Necromancer skills. We have one of the upgrades for Bloodlands. After casting Bloodlands 8 times, your next cast of Bloodlands is guaranteed to overpower and spawns a blood orb under the first enemy hit. Bloodlands, here we go, guaranteed overpower. There is also something for Blood Surge. If an enemy is damaged by Blood Surge Nova while you are healthy, then gain 1 stack of overwhelming blood. When you have 5 stacks of overwhelming blood, your next Blood Surge overpowers. Blood skill seems to work absolutely really good with overpower damage. Blood Mist, I heard blood today a little bit, couple of times already. Casting a skill that overpowers, reduces the cooldown of Blood Mist by 2 seconds. Yes, please. Okay. And your blood skills deal 5% increased overpower damage. This bonus is doubled while you're healthy. Guys, this is what I will be, I guess, testing and checking on the Necromancer, because clearly you can go with blood skills and using this overpower damage on Necromancer and building your blood Necromancer around overpower damage. Here we go, and the last one, key passive here. Increase your maximum life by 10% after being healthy for 15 seconds. Your next blood skill overpowers. To-dome! We are going. We even have the key passive for this blood build for our Necromancer. Besides that, and that's not all, there is also aspects for Necromancer for overpower damage. Whenever your blood skills overpower, you gain up to 50% attack speed for 4 seconds. Here we go. Each percent of your maximum life you heal beyond 100% grants you overpower bonus overpower damage on your next overwhelming attack, up to 60% bonus. Not all. There is also something sexy in our Book of the Dead. Our skeletons, if you're sacrificing your sacrificing your skeleton mage, your overpower damage is increased by 30%. Yes, definitely for Necromancer, if you want to go for the blood skills, if you want to build this whole synergy, go for it. Overpower damage can be really, really nice here. For Rogue, unfortunately, guys, we will even do like this. No, there is nothing. There is no special effects. There is no guaranteed overpowered something like this for Rogue here. Does this mean that Rogue doesn't benefit from the overpowered damage? No, Rogue will also benefit from it, because again, guys, every skill, no matter what, will have 3% chance to trigger overpowered damage. But on the Rogue, at least now, maybe then later there will be some crazy uniques, maybe some crazy ways how to also use in some crazy ultimate way the overpowered damage on Rogue. But at least now there is no special path how you can build a Rogue around overpower. And the same goes about the Sorceress. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Here's the Sorceress for you also. Nothing here can trigger some special abilities on for overpower for Sorceress. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Guys, if you have any questions about overpower damage or about Diablo 4 or about the universe, drop them definitely in the comments below and I will be happy to answer. Hope to see you really soon in the Sanctuary.